The idea of being a straight A student, I can't relate to because I'm always wanting to go out and like, I have an essay due or like there's a paper that I have and there's a paper, but there's a skateboard. I'm gonna hop on that skateboard like.
Guys, give me it straight, dude. Chat, we will not document this, okay? Dude, tell me, are you a straight A or a flunking student? A for A, B for B.
xQcl fun video for content.
Damn, y'all motherfuckers a bunch of hoes.
What's the hardest part about being a student?
Definitely keeping with all the work, especially when you're like me and you procrastinate a lot. Sometimes I just don't understand and I just don't get as much help as I would want.
When you think of a straight A student, what do you think of?
What first comes to mind is like preppy, doesn't really go outside of like their house kind of.
I got a 4.2 GPA exiting high school. I worked my ass off to get straight A's.
I want to get a nursing degree, but if I want to, I'll go to medical school and become a neurosurgeon.
Of course, I'm disappointed in myself that I let myself fail, but I'm not gonna beat myself up for one letter grade.
I'm Randy, I'm 15, and I'm going into my sophomore year.
I'm Grace, I'm 16 and I'm going into my junior year.
Hi, I'm Tansy, I'm 16, and I'm going into my senior year of high school, and I'm also a freshman in college.
I'm Cooper, I'm 18, and I just graduated.
I'm Nadia, I'm 15.
You could tell the whole time that she was saying the first sentence, she was like, I can't wait to say the second one. Oh, I can't wait to brag, holy shit.
Year of high school, and I'm also a freshman in college.
I'm Cooper, I'm 18,
yeah,
and I just graduated senior year.
I'm Nadia, I'm 15, and I'm going into my sophomore year of high school.
I'm Naima and I'm going to my sophomore year.
Can I get my flunking students on the left and my straight A students on the right?
Yeah, I'd run the left side, dude.
I believe my grades define my intelligence.
That's a good one.
I definitely think my grades define like how smart I am. Like that's the biggest like security point I have like in like as a person. I've just always been smart.
Can you find a way to close my phone? It's just like a and now to close it.
And like I always want people to think I'm smart.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sammy. I need to close it. Well, chat needs to close this shit. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Easy.
Okay, what's happening? Nothing. It's just my phone's always off. When I was in today, it was on.
Like that's really true for me. I believe like some subjects will enable you to show your intellect in some way, shape or form, like math. But I do think that grades can show someone's intellect, whether it's, understanding a concept or enabling themselves to, grasp a subject.
Let's bring in our disagreeers.
That's one of the stupidest shit I've heard about.
I didn't step up because I don't believe, because I'm not comprehending the concept of geometry or algebra or poetry, that does not make me dumb, or that does not make me less smart of a person.
Yeah, I think also people have different styles of learning. And a lot of times schools try to put you in this mold of how they want you to get a certain grade. And people aren't always made for that mold. And it's really important that I think schools take into account that not all people are willing to learn by reading a book. And so to measure that based on a certain letter is, I just feel like so like superficial. It's looking at it so one-sided.
Are you proud of being a straight A student?
I am, because it kind of like shows all my hard work and all that, because I come from like a family that really didn't have anything, and being a straight A student allows me to pay homage to all their hard work, and so it makes me really proud to be able to, honor them in some sort of way.
Chat, she is forming kappas.
Anyone can get good grades if they work hard enough.
Of course,
That
like,
fucking
if you try your
hoe!
hardest, and if you do all your work, you do all your homework, of course you're gonna get good grades. Just because you're not comprehending it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get a good grade.
Guys, this girl, dude, is just convinced that she is a superior being. The girl in the back over there, dude, she's like, nope, you can't. It's genetics. You spawn with IQ or you don't.
Yeah,
Plebs.
you might struggle, but with help and hard work, you're gonna get there eventually.
So I definitely think there's two sides to hard work itself, because working hard, that can mean like studying and like working super hard to better your own skills, but you can also work super hard to cheat and work super hard to get answers to the test and work super hard in that manner. But at the end of the day, it still might get you a good grade on either side.
You guys think cheating is pretty common?
Yes, definitely.
For the most part, a lot of people tend to cheat on tests, copy homework, and depending on how the teacher might grade, like the grading system.
Chat, my school is so broke, okay? My class of French, we didn't have enough space, so all the desks were all clamped together, almost looked like a boat, like battleship did, and we're on each other, and it was the copy fest, dude. Seriously.
85% of your class.
Not only did we cheat, did we copy each other's notes, we had choices on who we were gonna copy from. We had like 4 people, like a buffet. We could choose.
Grade could be homework. You cheat on all your homework assignments. You have a B right there. Exactly. If you're the type of person where you can put your mind to something and never give up on it, you'll get that grade.
Here it goes.
I've had a 7th grade teacher, my English teacher, and I tried my hardest in her class. Meanwhile, I didn't know, innocent me, that she was full-blown racist, okay? So I was sitting there in that classroom working my hardest, making C's, knowing I can make A's, and it like put me down so much with my self-esteem.
It also like depends on your like personal standpoint with the actual teacher themselves. Like if you're provoking a teacher, you know, like I do it all the time. Like they're not gonna like you, but like I've learned that. But
That's a lesson in itself. That's like an experience of learning. Is that you need to make friends with your teachers. They'll want to give you a good grade if you're friends with.
If that happens, you just report the fucking principal, dude, and you just win, dude.
There's some concepts, and I'm going back to like personal like experiences in
Right.
8th grade.
You
I
gotta
couldn't
snitch
get
on 'em, dude.
exponents to save my life. I went to tutoring, you know, I stayed after school, had parent-teacher conferences because they thought I was being a bad kid and not studying. They thought I was failing on purpose. It took me my freshman year of high school to realize like, oh my God, this is so simple. There's certain learning blocks that you can face within yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be teachers. It doesn't necessarily have to be like social problems. It could be all in your head. And if it takes that one roadblock, it will like stop everything.
Are you self-conscious?
Can we just kick her out, dude?
No, I'm not self-conscious because I know there's a lot more students that are in my same boat who aren't dumb. They just have trouble comprehending certain subjects.
I can't relate to the other side.
Oh, she's gonna walk up.
So
What?
I've never gotten straight A's ever. Like I've never been like in the top of my class. I've always been struggling, or I've always been just in the middle. Just yeah.
I mean, ever since I was younger, I was always in an extra class to like help me with my work. Like my elementary school, they had a gifted program. I was never in the gifted program. There are some ways I can relate. Like I still am working hard. I still am making sure that I get the best grades that I possibly can. But I'm not like them. I don't stay up till 3 in the morning to study. I don't stay up 3 in the morning to do a project. I'll stay up to probably like 1, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Like I need my rest because the next day I'm gonna go to school and be all tired and be all frustrated. And then
Can I get a welcome to the jungle since I haven't
the idea of
gotten
being a
one
straight
in
student,
legit
I can't relate
17
to
months
because
xQc
I'm
now.
always wanting
Welcome
to
to
go
all
out.
the
Like,
intimates.
I have an essay due, or like there's a paper that I have, and there's a paper, but there's a skateboard. I'm gonna hop on that skateboard, like I'm out. Like the fun I have just hanging out with friends and just like doing whatever we want, whenever we want. It's just so much better than like, wow, I just got an A, like, you know?
What? Okay, this guy. Okay, stop.
Okay, so I can definitely relate to the idea of being a flunking student because I feel like there's 2 types. There's one type that doesn't choose to do the work, and then there's the other type of where I cannot understand this, I need help. And I relate to both because there's some times where like I've gotten a grade on a test, like I failed it, and there's times like I'm not gonna retake that. Like that's too hard. Why would I waste my time? And then there's times where I'm like, oh my freaking God, like I cannot understand this for the life of me. I need help, which is fine because not everyone's gonna get things like a drop of a dime. You know, there's some people that do, there's some people that don't.
I can 100% relate to you guys because I know what it feels like to be sitting at a desk at 11 at night and wondering how in the hell am I gonna finish this? And luckily I've been able to push through, but I can see how someone couldn't. I fully relate with all of you guys because at some points I've questioned like, maybe I should just go in and not study for the test.
I feel that like just some of you guys don't like relate to as much as you think.
Shut
being
up,
a
people
flunking
weird.
student, like flunking a lot, not just one class.
And you guys still have 4.0s. I'm lucky if I pass with a 2.0. In a way, I see your guys' point, like when you say there's two types. But no matter what type of flunking student you are always going to be characterized with the stereotypes that a flunking student is not smart.
Tell the story.
They're lazy.
Wanna hear it?
I'm not going to say that I'm an F student and I'm proud of it. Of course, I'm not proud about being an F student. But I'm not going to push myself down because I'm an F student.
Okay, it's a good story. Okay, so, when I was in high school, there's this kid. Okay, I was like the class clown. Okay, so I would always like crack jokes and shit and not pay attention and whatever. Everybody hated me. The teachers hated me, right? And sometimes it'd be common that I would make a joke about like some kid, but I know that he wasn't like a, it wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, it wasn't like bullying or something, right? But he wasn't necessarily my friend or something. And all the teachers hated me. So at some point, the principal came in our class, right? Literally in our class, and said, "Yo, guys, chill." And said, "It was me." Said, "Listen, you can't do shit on your own. So here's what you're gonna do. For the next half of the year, right?" I was like, okay. She said, "You're gonna have a mentor." And I was like, "What the fuck is a mentor?" She was like, "You're gonna have like a guide. You're gonna have somebody that is like your perfect example, and you're gonna copy everything he does." I was like, "Dude, seriously?" And the guy that I kept cracking jokes about, they put me with him because he had straight A's, right? And he was considered like, the dude like that, right? They had me follow him around like a dog, right? And wherever he went, I had to follow him like I was on a leash, dude. And had a book that he had to write notes in. And he had to say, "He did well here. He did." And I was just chasing him I was so done with this shit, dude.
I can't relate to that idea of being a flunking student and having those eyeballs on you in a certain way. And I wish that I could, because I wanna understand what that's like.
It's the same with your guys' side.
Yeah, at the same time, like, do you guys have like the nerd stereotype? Like, you know what I mean? You could walk up to somebody who's like one of us, right? And like we don't know you, and you'd be like, "Yeah, I'm a straight student." We're like, "Oh, so you sit in your room all day? You don't walk out of your room, huh?" Like,
So no matter what, there's always stereotypes. You
I
can
think
be
it's stickers,
completely
no?
different, but you're still going to be characterized as that certain stereotype.
Oh, that's the next question.
Do you like school?
I do like school, yeah.
Are there other things?
Certain subjects,
Next question, dude.
certain topics and tests and people.
This one's not bad. It's a good Disney
My
video.
parents help me with my work.
She's not gonna go. She won't. Dude. Bow, dude. She's so fucking annoying.
I won't say my mom helps me with like my English work, my math, my science. When I was doing theater, she would help me memorize my lines. She would help me write the essays to like certain directors of the show. She pushes me to do it myself, which I'm glad about. But there are some times where I'm like, "Can you help me?" And she's like, "I don't know it either." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
My parents don't write my essays for me.
Yeah,
It's like my dad, he dropped out of college. It's not like he's gonna be helping me with like my AP stats homework.
Mom didn't even go to college.
Yeah, but it's like he will. I think they help me do my work in the sense of like they keep me diligent. They are in a sense like instilling me with the right qualities to write those essays.
I feel like my mom
Oh, it
looks
costs
at
a
my
lot.
paper and she's like, "Girl, this that new math. Like I can't do math."
Same, like my mom, she can't help me really, and neither can my dad. So, because when I get back from school, my mom's leaving to go to work. My dad works all day, and when he comes back home, he's tired. And then I have to take care of my little sister. Even when my mom comes back, she comes back at like 2 in the morning, and she still sees me up. I have to do that on my own, so.
With certain subjects, my dad could definitely help me out in. I take auto shop. He's an automotive tech. Well, yeah, exactly. When it comes down to like actually doing it with normal subjects, he says to me like, "You need to figure it out, because at the end of the day, one day I'm not going to be there to help you at all."
You can tell
I'm
this
like,
is fake
"Well, I have
because
no clue,
women are
but
not
okay,
smart."
I got it. I'm about to put something down and like I'm gonna turn it in, so when it comes out, don't be don't be surprised. Like,
React harder, joy.
I want to be an automotive tech, but then I would like to own my own business off of it. I know they want to see me aspire to what I can be. It's hard to like steer people
Okay,
to a
dude.
different direction to like, but this is what I would like to do.
I deserve the grades I get.
She's gonna run in. What?
I do believe that I do deserve the grades I
Not
get.
to be gay or
especially for the
anything,
ones that
but
I am
Cooper is so
failing, such
goddamn
as
hot, I
English.
would
I'm not putting my
110%
100% into the
go out
class.
with him
I'm
first
probably giving
sight.
like
Also,
50%,
happy 9 months.
75%,
What should we
if
name
that.
our baby? Ha,
But
ha.
for the
Ha,
grades that I
ha,
am getting
ha.
good at, like my film production class, I'm focusing more on my extracurriculars than I am on my primary classes, which is my fault.
Hey,
It's somebody else's fault.
xQc, I love
I'm
you
putting
so
myself
much
in
and
that
I got
position
my
where I'm
license
letting
yesterday.
Let me just pause
xQc.
this. Thanks so much for this. 6 months in North
myself flunk these classes.
I feel like I deserve the grade that I get because I know I could get a better grade, but I choose not to because it's like the subject to me, like it doesn't really click with me. Why am I gonna sit here and put all of my effort to something that you want me to put only to get like what you want to see? That's, as long as I'm passing, that's all I really care for.
I mean, I've worked my ass off
What?
just so that I could get that good letter. And as much as I would have liked to just focus on film, I knew that in order for me to, you know, at least have self-esteem and feel like I was being successful, I had to do both. And I don't know if like that was the greatest thing to do. I don't know if that was the best decision, but I worked as hard as I possibly could, and I feel like I do deserve the grades that I got.
I'm not ungrateful for the grades I get, and I'm so happy with the grades I get. But to be honest, sometimes I do just put like 50% of my work in, and I don't try my best. But when I still do well on the project, I don't think I deserve that, because think about the kids who are like working diligently on that project, trying to get a good grade, but just because I was able to finish it out and whip it out last minute, or my teacher likes me, or I'm a
What?
good student overall.
Oh, dude,
I don't
please
think
stop.
that that's like a fair advantage to have.
Yeah, I don't believe that I deserve the grades I get because I've had lots of group projects where it wasn't just me, and it's always been other people. There was a time where I had a big slides project, and I did most of the work, but I only had like 3 slides for 2 other people to do, but they never did it, never turned it in, and it just dropped my grade completely.
Did you tell your teacher?
Yeah, she didn't care.
Yeah, teachers don't care.
She just says you have to talk with each other after school, and I do that.
Like, can we just all agree that teachers really do like I don't know how to explain it or put it. Yeah, like the pressure of teachers. Like you can have a really chill, mellow teacher in your worst subject, and it will make you work harder. And you can have a really strict teacher in your favorite subject, and it will like make you slack.
Are you planning on going to college?
Next
yeah,
question.
for sure. I definitely want to go to
next,
college. I think I want to go to law school and go into like the law profession. I started doing debate last year, and I can't stop. So, yeah.
I want to go to college.
Pepe laughed, I don't know.
Me and my parents haven't really had the college talk, but I've had the college that I want to go to set on since I was like 10. But yeah, I want to go to college for me because I want to become a better dancer, and then I also want to perform, and then afterwards make my own dance studio and all that stuff. But I want to be a performer, and I can't be the level of performer I want to be without being able to go to college.
Yeah, I think I
College for
Like
dancing?
another reason too, like I have to go to college because of my career choice. But at the end of the day, there's kids in countries that get killed for reading books, that have to travel across rivers and jungles just to get an education. And I think sometimes we do take that for granted. I want to
Dude, she's trying so hard, so intelligent. It's killing me,
show
dude.
that education is very powerful.
The wanting, like I don't exactly want to go to like college, but I want to go to a trade school. So it's kind of like an after school after, you know. But it's like I want to go and experience being in a different place, like not being in high school. People coming from all these different places, like it's so different, like, you know.
So I kind of feel like the opposite side of like what you guys are saying. I want to go to college, but the reason why I want to go to college is because I feel like it's the thing that like make me feel the most successful, and like it's still like my own desire and my own want. I want to go to college mainly just so I can like make myself a good life and make myself a good career.
Another thing is like don't always like think that because somebody goes to college.
Okay, next.
People who can look at a book and instantly know. I think our education system is very like set into these like molds of how you need to fit. Not everyone fits into the mold of a high school.
I am.
No, chat, dude, I actually disagree with that, dude. I feel like the reason why there's certain molds is that they know that there's a certain base or certain infrastructure you need, right, for the future, right? Does that make sense?
Smart.
You need like the base to be strong.
There's
know?
so many things that define smart, and
No,
it's
okay.
not just being book smart or street smart.
I'm sorry, what?
I am smart.
There's so many things that define smart, and it's not just being book smart or street smart. It's smart, just knowledge. And I have a lot of knowledge, and I know a lot of things, and I value that knowledge, which I think is really important also to being smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you use the knowledge that you
Well,
have.
what you just said is contradictory.
I am smart no matter what. Like, just because I'm getting an F on the test doesn't make me dumb. I can be book smart. I'm also street smart. Like, I know my way around. I know my pace, and I know where I need to be.
Yeah, to say you're smart is like something that everybody should be able to say in themselves. Because no matter what, even if you don't feel like, yeah, I'm the smartest person in the room, like you might not feel like that, but you're smart to yourself. Like you're the only person who knows how your body works and how you feel. You're educated on yourself. You're educated on the people around you, your friends, you know? So it's like you might not know something about her that I know. That doesn't make you like dumb compared to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's still smart in their own way.
I feel like everybody has something to bring to the table, no matter what. Like at the end of the day, school's just like the first start of our lives. You know, we're stepping out, we're learning new things. And not to say like grades are like insignificant, but at the end of the day, they really shouldn't like put such a hold of you where you like cry or you're depressed or something like that, or it makes you feel dumb, you know?
Smart is such a dumb word. It's why do we use it? I think all of you are like so freaking smart. I don't give a shit about it. You know, you're 2.0. Like I don't care. You know, it's like
You're
I
bright.
think.
You're bright as hell.
Yeah, you know,
You're
it's like
sun.
it's the person that matters, and I hope that all of us actually know that. You know, because that's what's gonna define us in the end. That's what's
Okay.
gonna make you successful.
Oh, that was super endearing.
Okay. Dude, I don't know. Dude, high school is like, you know, it's not irrelevant, it's just, dude, the grades you get, they always say, oh, it matters, it matters, it matters. It doesn't, dude. Like, high school is so irrelevant, dude. Like, you think you know shit, and you get out of high school, and then you don't. You literally know nothing.